Hey y'all, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jordan and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieved this unrecognizable makeup look. Okay, truth be told, I recorded this about 3 months ago and I'm just now doing the voiceover for it, so please bear with me. This is my Impressions Vanity Hello Kitty mirror. Anyways, I go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I always start my makeup doing my eyebrows first, and I rub that all in and throughout my eyebrow hairs. And this is the Alyssa Edwards Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I take the darkest shade to map out my brows, and then I'm also showing you the James Charles painted palette that I'm using as well. I am using the Real Techniques eyebrow brushes, and I am going to just fluff up my brows and get them going in the direction that I want them before I actually start drawing them on. And I take my eyebrows very serious. So before I even start like filling them in, I map them out. So if you guys want like a very symmetrical eyebrow, look up the eyebrow mapping technique. And that is how I measure out my brows to make sure that they are even and symmetrical every single time I do them. So this step I do not skip. Even though it looks like I don't even use the points that I use because it ends up being super messy, I promise me, I promise. I am looking at those points and I am taking them in consideration. And I always tell people that your makeup is going to look worse before it looks good. You just have to be patient. Oh my God. And keep going. I looked crazy right here, but my hair was so cute. That was such cute colors. Oh, and then I use Q-tips before I go in with concealer to clean up my eyebrows. Yes, I licked the Q-tips. I'm not licking the side that I already put on my face. I'm flipping the sides, getting a new Q-tip, doing the same thing. I like to do this so that my concealer doesn't get all muddied up from the eyeshadow that I use to fill in my brows. And so when I go in to shape them, it's nice and crisp and even and no, you know, lines. And this is me just going back and making sure they're symmetrical. And I'm going to use the One Size Until Dawn setting spray to set my eyebrows in place before I go in with the rest of my makeup. I also went in with the Fenty Beauty Invisimatte to set my brows in place. I saw somebody on TikTok using that hack, and I swear my eyebrows did not move. Like normally, at the end of the day, my eyebrows would like sweat off or whatever, but no, with that, absolutely not. Going back in with the Power Grip Primer, and that I'm putting all over my face, and I am specifically like concentrating around my T-zone. I get really oily around my nose and really dry on my forehead. It's really weird, but yeah, I have combination skin. And then make sure to bring the primer all the way down to your neck because your makeup should blend down to your neck. I'm showing you guys the brushes that I'm using. The majority of my brushes are Morphe, Real Techniques. Jessup is off of Amazon. So a lot of your brushes you can get like from Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Amazon. Jessup is a great brand. They dupe a lot of Morphe's brushes so that they're cheaper. Then I go on with the Infallible Full Wear Concealer. Not concealer. This is foundation, y'all, and it has sunscreen and vitamin C in it. And I'm also going to take some brushes to go ahead and blend that into my face. Putting it all around, all around. And I know some people are scared of like looking cakey by putting on too much makeup. I promise you, the more makeup you put on, the more flawless it'll look. So if you are like, no, this does not look, add more makeup. Add more makeup. The reason it's not coming together, you need to add more. So this is me just blending in that foundation and then going in with a sponge. This is one of the e.l.f. sponges to kind of smooth out my base and make sure the foundation is set in. The Tarte Shape Tape Concealers, Porcelain Beige, Medium, and Light Medium. When I tell y'all, I have been an e.l.f. camo girl down. And I would always wonder why my concealer would crease. When they are not lying when they say the high-end products are worth it. This is one thing I do not mind paying $26 for this concealer, y'all. This is the holy grail. No creases, full coverage, perfect, perfect, perfect. I bury me with Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Thank you very much. Absolutely. And these definer brushes, you can use any flat definer brush to do this. And then I'm going in with a Real Techniques brush to kind of blend out my eyelid. I like to do my eye makeup before I do my face. It makes the process a lot easier, y'all. I'm telling you, it try it out. If that's not what you do first, if you do eyes last, try doing eyes first, like, and see what difference it makes. I don't know. I prefer it that way. I'm going in with a Real Technique sponge to kind of blend out that concealer and make it less intense, because we're going to put eyeshadow over the concealer that we just used to carve out the bottom of our brows. I use the lighter concealer to carve out the bottom, and then I use a darker concealer to carve out the top. I'm also showing you some Pinterest ideas. So if you're ever like confused or struggling to pick eyeshadow looks, makeup looks, go on Pinterest. Go on Pinterest. You do not have to come up with every single idea on your own in your own brain. Go get some inspiration from somebody else and try it out. And the thing with eyeshadow, I am still learning, even after doing makeup for years, how to do eyeshadow looks. And the key is patience and blending. And I am one person that does not like to take my time. But this look, dude, this came out so much better than I was expecting, because normally when I do like an ombre look and I mix different colors, I normally mix 2 colors. This time I use a transition shade. And I just really feel like the technique I used to do this makeup was like perfect. Like I really, really, really loved how this came out in the end. I don't know why I feel like I'm talking so much, but this whole video was in silence, so I have to keep talking. But I'm just using a whole bunch of different brushes and making sure the eyeshadow looks the way I want it. Also, another thing, this is the Kat Von D pomade. That's what I'm using for liner. I also struggle with doing eyeliner a lot as well. I don't know what it is. Like the flick of the wrist is not in my wrist, but I got it down, I guess. Going in with that medium shade in the Tarte Shape Tape, and then I'm shaping out the top of my brows. I love doing my eyebrows. It is what takes me the absolute longest. As you can see, we are like almost more than halfway through the video, and the eyebrows are the only thing I have on my face. Plus, well, eyeshadow now. Anyways, when you're picking out eyeshadow looks, experiment with stuff. Try stuff out. And by the way, it's going to look crazy until you put on your mascara or your lashes or whatever. That's why it looks like I still look a hot mess. The e.l.f. Camo bronzer, liquid bronzer, and liquid concealer. Not liquid concealer, y'all. Why do I keep saying that? Liquid contour is what I just put on my face. It blends out so freaking nicely. And then they also have a liquid blush, and I also put that on as well. What I'm doing now is a technique called underpainting. So you're putting your contour and your heavy blush underneath your concealer or foundation. So I already put the foundation on, but I'm putting that underneath my concealer so that it like pops up through the concealer. And what I just did was spray the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray on my sponge. That way the setting spray soaks into the foundation and the concealer and makes my makeup stay and last so much longer. Going back in with that flat definer brush and carving out that wing, because I'm telling you, eyeliner is hard. Eyeliner is so hard, and it's like, dude, trial and error. Makeup takes time. So when you're doing like a full glam or a full face and you're doing all these different facets and adding all these different details, things are not going to be perfect every time you do it. You're going to have to fix and tweak things here and there. But I love a bright under eye, so I'm going back in with the ivory shade of the Shape Tape and then my neutral shade on the ends so that the inner corners of my eyes are brightened up. It makes me look more awake, because when I tell you it looks like I haven't slept for 40 days and 40 nights. This Physicians Formula, I will rave about Physicians Formula day in, day out. I love their palettes, their makeup, their lip gloss, everything. Go check that brand out. And then I tried out like I was trying out a what was that called? Like a glittery setting spray, and it didn't look right. So I switched to the one size. Juvia's Place, perfect bronzer. That bronzer palette, bury me with that too. Bury me with that too. Juvia's Place stuff has always been pigment tint. Back when I was in high school using their eyeshadow palettes, like the most pigment ever. I have to get one of their blush palettes because all I have right now is their what's that called? Bronzer palette, the contour bronzer palette. Going back in and getting those under eyes. And then I go in with 2 different mascaras. I love going in with 2 different mascaras because mascaras are supposed to do different things according to whatever the wand looks like, whatever. I like to use 2 different ones, one for the top, one for the bottom. Then I'm going in with some Fenty Gloss to top off my lips. Looking at my face, making sure I like everything. Lashes are last. And then I'm going to go in with... Did I not put the lashes on? I didn't put on blush. I guess I had forgot to put on the blush, then realized, went back, and okay, now lashes are coming. I put the glue on my lash line and I actually put it on the physical lash too. Your lashes will not come off. And this is how I put on my lashes. I put it in the inner corner first, then put the end down, then press the middles in. Oh my gosh. Cute. And I know like the under eyes might be a little jarring, but if you're doing your makeup in a bright light, it's going to look that way. But if you're in normal, natural, outdoor lighting, it's not going to look as crazy as like it seems. Yes. What was that? 3:31 in the morning? Yeah, I was just up doing stuff, y'all. Recording this video and then didn't even think to edit it and record the voiceover till months later. But this look was so cute to me, y'all. I love doing this look. Definitely am coming out with more makeup looks. I'm going to be more consistent. Thank you so much for watching. See y'all later. Okay, just kidding. I didn't actually leave. This is a little blurb of me showing off the makeup. This is the final look. I wanted you guys to get an in close up and personal look at the makeup that took me hours. Seamless, beautiful, lovely. We love to see it. I definitely need to be more consistent, y'all. I haven't done my makeup in weeks. I need to look like this again. Okay, I love you guys. See you. Bye.